Hey everyone, Skilly Flirt Illustration, and finally doing a second video with commentary. I'm so sorry that I haven't done one for such a long time. I hate when life gets in the way, but hey, at least I'm doing it now, as if that's some kind of excuse. But anyway, one person, as far as I can remember, that appreciated the commentary, so that's enough for me. That might mean some people in the future might like it as well. Who even knows? It's kind of fun, this. Commentary's still a little bit weird for me, mostly because I'm afraid if people hear me talking to myself while I'm recording this, it will be a bit weird, but never mind. I can always explain later. Anyway, so here I am today drawing Merida from Brave. I love Disney princesses. Well, I like most of them. Merida is one of my favourite ones, especially of the new princesses, although I think Pocahontas is probably my actual favourite of all of them. I'll have to draw her at some point. Don't think I've ever fully... Well, I've done a decent drawing of her anyway. Nothing on YouTube. Wow. Yeah, I could do something like that. That would work. But yeah, Merida, she's, I think she's the first... Was she before Tangled or after Tangled? Either way, she's one of the first, sort of CGI princesses. And, actually, that's really cool because I don't think that hair would have translated as well in 2D. Her hair is insane. Didn't they have to make a whole new piece of software to animate that? That's just crazy, but it was worth it, every single second of it, because that hair was animated beautifully. But generally, she's one of my favourite princesses. It might be the hair. The dress is pretty awesome too. Not sure how I managed to translate the sort of texture of her dress that was in the film, because that sort of velvet texture looks lovely in the film. Wasn't entirely sure how to sort of recreate that in this, but I think as long as you get the colour right, it doesn't matter too much. And of course, didn't want to use the reference of the Disney princess sort of like merch that came out afterwards, where they made her all glittery and weird. I don't know what they were thinking when they did that, but I'm glad most people hated it because it looked terrible, whereas her original design is beautiful. And I think she was originally designed by Glen Keane as well, maybe? No, it wasn't Glen Keane. Someone else. Or was it? I cannot remember. I'll have to check out my concept art book later, because the Art of Brave book is amazing, and I recommend everybody, if they ever get a chance to have a look through it, have a look, because there's amazing concept work in there. Obviously, I can never make something as quite as great as it is in there, but I can dream. I haven't really talked about what I've been drawing. Oh, thank God I changed that hairline. That hairline looked atrocious. For some reason her forehead looked really bulbous and weird, so I've moved that hairline down. Now it looks a lot better. And yeah, I had to tackle that hair drawing this. I wasn't sure enough how I was going to do it to start with, but it turned out okay. I was surprised. I didn't think it was gonna, but nah, looks pretty good. Wow, not yet, still working on that, but it'll get there, trust me. It'll look better eventually, especially when I start adding colour. And of course, I went straight into defining the face way too soon, as usual. But that face turned out quite well. Still not sure on her mouth. I feel like I extended the mouth too far sideways. And it kind of looks like, I don't know, like the mouth's cut into her face, not like an actual mouth. Like the lines of it go too far to the side. And it looks kind of weird. But, it's fine. It's fine. Probably. I might look back at that again and see if I can do something about it at some point. Probably won't though. Yeah, no, the hair just sort of drew as a mass shape and then started to add lines. Where her hairline starts, the hair of it sort of falls like real hair and it looks nice, but then when it got to the big massive hair that goes down her back and over her shoulders, I didn't know how to tackle that because it's all the hair would be interlocking and it's just crazy, but hey, whatever. It worked in the end. Yeah, I think I started with sort of just putting down a base color and then using white to sort of like accentuate strands, and then got darker where it got thicker, I think. I'm not explaining this too great. I'm really not. Oh god, these hands. I actually had a reference for this pose because I'm not entirely sure how people are supposed to actually hold bow and arrow. And I didn't want to. I wanted it to be accurate because why would Merida hold a bow wrong? Considering that's the main thing she knows about is how to shoot an arrow. And if she was holding that wrong, I could imagine the kind of backlash I might get. Well, I wouldn't get much backlash because not enough people would see it for people to be annoyed by it. But I would be annoyed. I would be annoyed by it. So I had a decent reference of someone holding a bow and arrow, and hopefully the person in the reference was holding it right. Otherwise, it was all for nothing. But it looks right. I mean, with the two fingers holding the arrow like that looks fine. Oh yeah, one thing with Merida's skin tone, she's so pink. I started drawing it, I was like, she just looks really cold. So I added a little bit more sort of blush to her cheeks later on, just to warm it up a bit. Because otherwise she just looks too pink. It's not like a human pink skin tone. So yeah, I used a couple more yellow tones, I think, just to bring it out and humanize it a bit more. Oh yeah, see, I've got the color of the dress down now. I love that color. It's such a nice color. Definitely a good choice for her. The light blue dress didn't suit her at all. Mostly it's just too pale for her skin tone. But I guess it was supposed to look awkward because she didn't like it either. So it worked out well for the story. Ah yeah, I had some darker tones. See, the problem with this, I'm recording the commentary. I think it's like, well, it can't be almost a month after I drew this. I can't remember a single thing that I was doing while I was drawing this. This is purely based on actually this is the first time I've seen the video for a while, so that's probably why this commentary is not going to be so great. Apologise for that in advance. I'm mostly talking about hair, but to be honest, 90% of this picture is hair, so yeah, it was fun though. Just all the squigglies, and it makes it look like real hair, kind of. Well, it looks like real drawn hair. Like, it's believable. Not realistic, but believable. And yeah, I'm still using the same texture brushes I talked about in my last video. And they worked so well for this picture. This picture was almost just going to stop at being a sketch, and then sort of added color. I was like, yeah, I can draw some color into this. And then I took it further, and I just straight up finished it. Although I never added in a background, which it doesn't need a background. There's not enough background space to put background in, really, so it would have been pointless. Oh yeah, the way I shaded that face didn't accentuated the problems with the mouth further, but what are you gonna do? What else? I did write notes on what to write. I'm not looking at them. That was dumb. Jeez. Yeah, those hands turned out okay in the end. That was nice. That never happens, usually. I do like shading folds and dresses. It is my favourite thing to do, other than defining faces. I'm probably going to say lots of things are my favourite thing to do while drawing, and it's going to be different every time, because I'm too wildly inconsistent. Depends on the picture, I guess. Each one's different on what you had most fun with doing. Sometimes just doing straight sketching is more fun. Yeah, this video is almost coming to a close. It's just finishing these arrows in her, they're called quivers, I think. Yeah, they were difficult. I wasn't sure how to tackle that. But yeah, it's almost done. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll put up with these terrible commentaries in the future. But if everyone doesn't like them, I'll just stop, stick with music. Just give me feedback if you like. So, thanks everybody, and I'll see you in the next video, I guess. I'll try and do one a bit sooner. Sorry. Bye!